Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of SEO Bros. I'm Ben Kasinik. This is Yaron Avisar from Aloha. Aloha.
Hello.
And we are roasting another website, but today we have something different. We are going to look at a really top-notch website. And
Hmm.
I mean that in terms of rankings, in terms of their design, all the different pages they have going on. And so I will show you a little bit of the research I did.
I just hope we have something to roast and not just be like all
Yeah,
praises.
we'll have
Let's
plenty to
hope
roast.
let's hope we're able to find those little things and maybe give some value. Like,
Yeah. But I think one of my biggest pet peeves, and I've seen a lot of SEOs apply to jobs,
hmm
and their assignments are super generic. Like they take a generic, SEO audit on Ahrefs, and they say, here's you have 404s and you have redirects, and fix that. Well, this is you know, low-hanging
those
fruit. And
but
it's
those are low-hanging fruits in essence, technical issues that you should be fixing.
they are, but
I
they're not gonna.
I I I know what you're saying. I know where you're going with it. Like it's like every report gives you that, and it's like super basic, but it is
But it's
there.
not even going to make that much impact. And if everyone turns in the same report, how are you going to know which candidate is actually good?
That's
You
true.
don't.
That's true.
Super surface level.
That's
So
true.
I'm going to show you guys a few things that I would do, that I would look at, and I would put on my assignment. So let's share
Okay,
my
so we're
screen.
like we're diving deep into tech this episode.
All right. So today we're looking at
Superside,
Superside, which is pretty cool.
the better way to get design done.
Superside is basically like a Mayple for design. They match you with the right designer. You pay them some flat fee. You get a bunch of services, different things you can choose, and it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. And they've worked with some top-notch brands.
Yeah.
Their design is great. Everything's amazing. So what I did was, first of all, I go on Ahrefs, and maybe that's just one way of doing it. There's
Mm-hmm.
definitely many, many ways to do it. I look at Ahrefs and I look at the number of pages they have, which is not very accurate. I've actually found way more pages by looking around.
Yeah, but those are ranked pages. So in HS, you got to remember these are pages that are actually ranking for keywords. Could be
Nice.
that they have a bunch of pages that don't rank for anything.
Right. So we've got 600 pages. Their traffic is going up nicely.
Mm-hmm.
They got plenty of referring domain backlinks.
They have pretty
They
good stats.
they got a good DR, right?
Super good DR.
And then
74
when I
is
look at their,
super high.
I go here to organic keywords and I just look at kind of keywords, the kind of things they rank for. So they got like graphic design services number 4, which is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. They got what else? Design services number 4, creative agencies number 5. They talk about Mid-Journey, which is super hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Best Instagram ads, they got that at number 1. And that's a blog post. But some of these are actual product pages,
Yeah.
which is super nice to see. And then what I did was I
You
went,
came prepared, eh?
I
I'm
came
like,
prepared.
I don't know anything. Just as a like a disclaimer, I've never seen their website before.
We
Like
saw
this
it in
is
the last
interesting.
episode, briefly.
Yeah, but I never really looked at it. You know,
Yeah.
I
But then
definitely didn't put it into Ahrefs.
how would I find all the different types of pages they have? So I actually went
Okay.
on sitemap,
Mm-hmm.
which is easy. Just put the website /sitemap.xml. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's really nicely categorized. Some sitemaps have like categories, like if you go on Upwork sitemap, they have everything categorized. But here I kind of looked through and I realized, okay, they have product pages. They have sub pages like branding services slash, here, let me zoom in a little. They have like, ad creative slash advertising marketing design.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have like sub pages. And then they have
Sub,
a ton
yeah,
of
subcategories.
compare
Yeah.
pages, which is like Superside versus Fiverr. They actually have a compare folder right here, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. And I looked it up So you just do site colon the website, right? And
Mhm.
so, and then you actually, it used to be that you could see how many pages they have in
Results,
that
yeah.
folder,
See
but
all
now
the
you don't.
results.
You click on tools, and then it
41
shows you
results.
41.
So, but then again, here, like, I do want to put a caveat, like, that's only the ranking pages, right? So they could have a bunch more that are not ranking for whatever reason, yeah? They're the
But
RE74, they got a nice amount of traffic, but they still look somehow young, like in
but
terms
that's
of the amount of
comprehensive. They
pages.
got 40 comparison pages to all these different websites.
Hmm.
Things I haven't heard of. Penji, Sketchdesk, Sketch Deck.
Yeah, they're discussing things that their target audience might look up. Yeah.
And it looks like a template. Like they all look similar. You got Superside and then you got the competitor. But
Yeah,
all this is like, it's not
that's
AI written. Like everything's different on each page.
hmm
Then they have their video, which is amazing. They have some testimonials, I believe. They have lots of text here. They have all kinds
hmm
of numbers, which is always good. They have they have their products. They have
a
a
very good design,
yeah, they're
sure,
very
is
designed.
expected. Very,
They have a testimonial.
I would even say it's a very simple comparison page.
Yeah,
Usually comparison pages, they never end. They reach the 10,000 of words a page. But this is very straight to the point. But that's also like an artifact of the past where people would stuff a lot of useless information on the comparison pages just because it's brand terms and those are harder to rank on, usually speaking.
yeah.
Um,
And then they link to each other, which is cool. I like that.
they're actually linking to their competition or like to
No,
whatever
to
they
the other compare pages.
to the other compare pages. Do they link to the competitors? That's I'm interested to see.
I don't think so. Mm, no, I don't think so.
No, they don't. They don't. I don't know if they
So they
do.
got a few of those. And then something else that I saw, they have different pages for locations per
Different
city.
cities, yeah. Hmm.
So it's similar to what Upwork does, similar to what we did at Mayple, which worked really well, where you
Yeah.
would create a page for the city,
Hmm.
you'd display some stats, the
Yeah. If
same kind
people,
of stuff.
this is something that like what they did here is basically they did some keyword research. What they would probably do, what they probably did is they went with like what is this page called? Like graphic design in Houston, Texas.
Yeah,
So they probably did graphic design in Ahrefs, and then they started looking for repeating patterns,
yeah,
which is a way you can do keyword research to find a whole like niche that you weren't aware of that people are actually looking for your service in a specific manner. Um, I wouldn't look for a graphic designer in a city. I think like graphic designers usually work online with people, but apparently there is some demand for it, enough demand that they would create pages for it. So it's interesting.
and it's interesting they link to all these other agencies.
Well, that's a good way to get good backlinks. Like make, partnerships. Hey, I'm going to link to you. Please link back to me.
But it's a
That's
no
that's a,
follow.
that doesn't it's less powerful, but it's still powerful enough. It's still a measure.
Wow,
It still helps even if it's a no follow.
pretty cool. And
Yeah.
then, so I looked at that. Some of them aren't ranking so well. Like this one's Houston Design Agencies on number
Mhm.
17, position 17.
Mhm.
So I need some work. I would add more cities, more states.
Did they only do like Texas, Houston?
They do, let's see. I looked for it somewhere.
So I'd love to take you on the way I approach these kind of researches. Do you want me to?
Wait. Hold on. So I had a question for you.
Because I would do everything you just said, I would do completely different.
Wait,
and
wait,
how you
wait,
did
wait.
it.
Time out, time out. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know it's SEO roasting, we're roasting websites, but I have ways to roast how your process is
Wait,
going.
wait, wait, wait. Hold on, hold on. We gotta get the internal links, and then I gotta ask a question.
Okay.
So for these ones,
Hmm.
there's not a lot of links. There's two
For these
links
pages, yeah.
to these places, to this page. So we gotta change that. We gotta get more links. But
So
also,
I would definitely contact all those brands that you listed and say, hey, link back to me, to my Houston page.
yeah,
We're listing you there. A lot of people, a lot of brands even sell these positions, like top, top 10 design graphic designers in Houston, Texas.
yeah,
It's sort of like hush hush, but those positions are being sold. Many cases they're being sold.
right. But this one's more like a product page.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that's what they're
They
doing,
don't
but
really showcase them.
yeah, but I would definitely get links back. I mean, they're basically giving a 74 DR link to all of these brands.
Yeah.
Get something back for it. Why not?
And then I found this page that's social media creative, ranks
Hmm.
number 1 for social media design agency
Agency. That's
and
interesting.
company and
Can you open that
services.
page?
What?
Social media creative. Can you open the page itself?
Yeah. Wow.
Social media design. Can you control F like agency? Oh,
0.
super interesting. Agencies. So there's plural.
You
Can you
know?
delete the Y? There's like three mentions of the word agencies.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see the keyword SERPs. So if you go back to Ahrefs,
Yeah.
can you open that social media design agency? You open that keyword, the SERP
Yeah.
for it. So just open, yeah, that also works. Curious to see who's on here. So the R34s, 85, 94, 74, 88. So first of
They
all,
have
what we
two
can already
pages here.
see, yeah, that's crazy that they have two pages on one keyword, which is not a brand keyword. So that's very interesting. But what you can see is if you look at the right, you can see the parent topics or like the top keyword for those not the parent topics, but the
Yeah.
top keyword for those pages. So you can see that like social media marketing agency, that's not what we're looking at. So this is a very mixed SERP, really, right?
It's all agencies and platforms.
Well, it's social media marketing, social media, that's like the top, that's them, social media agency. So it's not design. So this is a SERP. This is an like a virgin SERP in essence.
What do you
What I
mean?
would say, so when I look at a SERP like this, right, and
Yeah.
social media design agency and social media uh, marketing agency is not the same thing, right? One is more niche than the other. Then I would say this is like a keyword or a SERP that you can easily get into if you create a dedicated page for that intent. So you come across these SERPs where no website is really answering the query or is giving a good page for the query.
But what do you mean? They're
It's
all answering the query. They're all displaying different agencies for themselves.
yeah, but they're not design. It's like mostly media marketing,
Ah,
social media marketing agency. Nobody's laser focused on the design part of it. And that's what basically when you see Superside being at the top, that just means that all of these social media marketing agencies that are showing up here, if they make a product page that is focused about the design aspect, they could rank here first. So this is like what I like to call a virgin or an open SERP, basically. Nobody's covered this topic well enough to be ranking up top, and that's why Google is giving its best results, but it doesn't have a very accurate result.
Okay.
This is gold. So for those of you who are watching and are a social media design agency, you should be optimizing for this keyword.
100%. But what I found even more strange,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe this page is old, I don't know, but when I looked at the internal links of this page, yep, right here. So the anchor text is all over the place. Here, I'm gonna zoom in a little. Here, like
No, I'm trying. Okay, social media marketing, creative to video. Okay.
external social media creative services, content types and social media playbook, social posts, another social media posts, YouTube channel designs,
Yeah, that's unoptimized stuff. Yeah.
like a bunch of these.
Yeah, that's not very optimized.
Social media experience,
How,
social, yeah, all kinds of
how
stuff.
many internal links are these? Like how
And
many? Let me
here,
show them here.
25.
25. That's a good amount.
So it's strange. Like, why do you
It's
think
very
this page
strange.
is
It's
ranking so well?
well, it's where it's ranking for like keyword with 80 volume. Yeah, we need to keep that in mind as well. Why it's ranking so well, I think from what you can see on the SERP itself is that the SERP has just not been nobody's provided a good answer for that query. I think. I think it has somewhat to do with the amount of internal links and the power of Superside. Right there, the R74, which is very high, and probably they discuss they we know that they discuss agencies on the page, right? Design agencies, right? If we go back to the page, we found agencies 3 times. Can we go? One of them is up top, right at the beginning of the page. Yeah,
Yeah,
social media design agencies. So they have it up at the beginning
they
of
have
the
it once.
page.
They have it once. I wonder what they don't have it in the H1s.
Did
Let's
you get
see.
the tool I'm using?
I used to have it somewhere. Oh, it's in my other browser. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna unshare, you're gonna share your screen, and then you're gonna roast my roast.
I'm gonna roast your process first.
Roast my process. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So
let's do it.
it might take a while because I need to run like a crawl, although there's not that many pages. So the name is Superside, right? There we go,
Yeah,
landing page design. We did take a look at them last week because I have it in my history. And can you see my screaming frog?
yeah.
Dude, screaming frog, you gotta use it. Let's crawl the website. So while that crawls, it's not gonna take that long. Let's go to Ahrefs. Now there were a few things that you pointed out. What is this? Did I go differently? There we go. There were a few things that you pointed out. Can you list them up on top of your head? Can you list them out to me?
I pointed out the different types of pages they have, comparison pages,
So
and
to find out what a website's doing,
yeah,
go to like top pages. This is
yeah,
the best way to start looking at what they're doing. So the way I would do it, I would go to URL, doesn't contain. I know they have a blog, right? Let's remove the blog out. Let's start seeing what else they're doing outside of blogs. So 400 pages are blog pages. Interesting. I can see that
yeah,
I don't see any folders yet. I can see design services. So they are talking about other agencies, so not agencies, other places, other cities. Now I'm curious, is this the way that they build all of their like location pages? There we go. That's the way they build it with the US in the middle. Do they have like other outside of the US? What if we do design? Is it dash services? Do we find anything other? Yeah, they do have something outside of the US. No, they don't. Marketing teams in US. So they do. These are the cities. Easily found all of the cities that they're targeting just
right.
by looking at the different kind of variation, different kind of like URL structures that they're using. Every website does this. Some websites don't, and everything is like homepage slash
Right.
whatever. Those are the hardest websites to analyze what they're doing.
Right.
So it's kind of it's bad for SEO, but it's good for when competitors are looking at you, right? You're like you can
Sense.
hide what you're doing. We see they're doing email design. I see. Let's start looking at other stuff. So the compare pages.
Zoom
See
in a
how many
little.
compare. Zoom in a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know if this is good. So let's see it. Compare. See how many compare pages they have. I see 13 ranking compare pages. I don't know how many. So there's two different. You see?
Yeah,
There's
there's a folder and
compare.
there's other pages without the folder.
So so this is a mistake actually.
Yeah. Well, what would you do? Put it all in the folder?
All in the folder.
And
Would
what's the
they?
advantage of that? Why do you need why does it matter really? Can't
That
Google
goes
find all of them?
into. He can find all of them, but it helps him understand what like the content silo. It makes it easier for Google to crawl basically and understand that all of these are compare pages and how much authority you have in the compare, right? In the compare topic and
Right.
how well you compare firms. So it helps you with rankings. Um, and they don't do any like no what is it called? Redirects. Just some websites are inside, some websites are outside. So that's already something I would fix. Depending, right? If the page is ranking, don't touch it. Never touch a ranking page. If it's bringing in traffic, leave it.
For
Leave
sure.
it there. Um, so that's already one thing. So compare, we've seen the compare pages. So we know that's part of their strategy. Some compare. You found, I think, more compare pages, right? How many
There's
pages did you find?
44. And when I looked for the blog post, there was over like 1,100 blog pages.
1,100 blog pages?
Yeah. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I'm curious to see. Let's see how many come up in the crawl. Because what basically what this software does, it crawls the website as a crawler would, right? You can even choose which crawler you want. I don't remember where you mode. There's a different, you can, Charlie in the settings, it's running, so I'm not going to touch it, but you can choose which type of crawler as well. So it's right now it's crawling the website, looking at all the pages it can reach from the website that are still in the website. But let's continue breaking down the different kind of ways they're doing here. So there's a knowledge folder as well,
And the guides folder.
and a guides folder.
Yeah. Man, I was just being nice. You're finding all their mistakes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, why would you separate it into so many folders?
Sometimes a new content manager comes along and they want to create their own folder.
There's the guides, branding services. Yeah,
Playbooks, there's a playbooks folder.
there's a learn folder, like a learning center, it looks like.
Yeah, that makes
Wh-
sense.
wh- Yeah, but you have a guides center. You have guides, you have knowledge, you have learn center. All of these are they're like synonyms in essence.
Yeah, what are the guides about?
Where guides design these functions. Looks like a blog.
45-minute read.
45. Is this like a course? There's videos. Oh my God. How many words is this?
Yeah,
Let's see.
it's a book.
11,000 words. 11,000
Does it
words.
rank at all?
That's a interesting. You can see it doesn't bring any traffic. It ranks on design and marketing, position 9. Interesting. So this is how I would look at the different ways a website does things. I would find the different folders. I wouldn't bother if you have Ahrefs. You don't need to go site, uh,
For sure.
colon website, whatever, and look at the different how many pages you're getting. And this is not as accurate as this, right? Once you know all the different folders, now you can actually crawl the website and you can find out how many pages are they've created or they have indexed basically uh, in each category, because
Right.
you can find here stuff that is not ranking but is showing up on their website basically. It's a better way than going about it through the sitemap. You can see playbook how many we have. We've only crawled 54%. Playbook, there's not that many. Interesting. Like 8 pages so far. So what that actually tells me, I'm curious. My curiosity has been piqued. I'm curious to see their history. So the website is alive since 2019. They're at the best now, but seeing that like they only have what how many was it? 600 pages? 660
Yeah.
pages out of so many pages that they actually have. These are the only ones that are ranking. That is super strange to me.
Yeah.
That is
Especially
super strange to me. I don't know why that is. That's like a deep dive tech maybe issue. Could be.
maybe there's something not indexed, you're saying?
I don't know. The R74, it looks like what's here is working. It's like Google doesn't hate them, right? They got some very nice positions on some very tough keywords. So why is it that I don't know, 2/3 of their website is not ranking at all? Like how many blogs did you say that you found?
Around 1,100 blogs. You can see it
1100
on
blogs
Google.
and only 400 are actually ranking for keywords. How do you explain that?
No?
Like that is I'm super curious to see what when those blogs were last updated. If we can find some of those old blogs. You know what? Let me try and see. Let me look if I can find the update date. Or I need to extract it most likely. And I don't have it inside right now. As you can see all the H2s and everything. So this is, am I looking at blogs? Let's look at blogs. There we go. UX design agencies. There's meta titles. You can see the length of the meta titles, meta description, the links, H1s for all of them, H2, how many H2s they have. Canonicals look okay. Like this is a very interesting situation as to
Yeah.
why most of their blog is not ranking. That's interesting because it's a long crawl. I know 666 pages so far. I'm curious. What other stuff did you find out? Did you look at?
I mean that's one of the things I would tell an SEO guy. Let's say they were interviewing for Superside and they asked them for an assignment to crawl to audit their site.
Mm-hmm.
I would look at what are they missing, right? So they have the blog. That's a whole project to look at what's on the blog and how does it link. Some of the pages are missing internal links. They have great product pages. They should focus on more cities. There's plenty of cities and states and they could look at, they could rank
The
for.
question there is volumes also. So
Right.
unique in links. See what is not getting any links basically. So some of these blogs are not getting any in links. This one's got like one internal link, right? In links, one in link.
Yeah. I would just take all of their posts and link them to each other.
Yeah, definitely better internal linking. If you have blog pages here, let's look at these blog pages. Let's see what this is about. 2019 refresh.
Yeah.
Does it look like the newer blogs? Let's look at like a top. Yeah, still same layout, right? No, doesn't have the table of contents.
Sure.
Title bit too short. Ooh, what is this?
Yeah, a bunch of random headers everywhere.
What? Where is it? Want to know if Superside is a good fit? Where is it? Like, where is
Mhm.
it coming from? It's in the code, but it's not in
Maybe it's
here.
in the
Where is it
footer.
showing you? On the footer, then it would be below these headers.
Good point.
It's like in the header.
Maybe that's their secret strategy. We found it.
So H3. So what? The secret strategies have hidden content.
Yeah. Old school.
Old school stuff. This actually could be old school SEO, which is harming them right now. Because I can see it in the code, right? I can show you. You can see it in the code, but it's not showing up anywhere. Is it a mobile thing, maybe? Is it like a mobile pop-up that comes up? Let's refresh here. See if I can find it in the code again.
Dude, you're a ninja, man.
Like, no.
No.
What does it say? Like, which class is it? Flex. So this is hidden content. Yeah, it's actually hidden content. This is a hidden content issue they should be fixing.
Yeah, isn't that a big no-no?
That's a very big no-no.
Maybe
That's a
that's what
very
they don't
big
rank.
no-no. Like, and there's a bunch of it here as well. You can see all of this is in there. Need quality design at scale. Also, that's also not on here. Outside the box. How to create great packaging and labels. Don't miss anything. Okay, this is here. And then these are the articles. Also shouldn't be headers in here. Why choose? That's the footer. That's really the footer. But if this is this repeating like in the all in the new stuff as well? Yeah, it's repeating across everything. But I would be very. Can you hear this? There we go. Stop. So let's see here. This is also here, and that's the ranking article. So this is across the entire website.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a problem.
that's the ranking article here as well. So that kind of defeats the theory, right?
What's the
Because the theory is that this could be harming their positioning and ranking, but they're ranking one with this article that still has this issue up top in the headers, the hidden headers. That's super interesting.
maybe
Let's
it's in
see
their
why it's.
menu.
But it would come up if I look at it. The only menu is it could it be the resources? No, this is in the menu. So
Right.
how Boomi real. So it is in the menu. Want to know? Okay, so it is the menu. So joke's on us.
Calm down,
But the
man.
menu shouldn't be in the headers as well. That's still a mistake. Still an issue. But we found it. Eventually we found it. Right? The menu shouldn't be part, like it's not like even these are not in the as headers. So why is this a header?
Yeah, it's weird.
And these are articles. Are they linking to the same set of articles from everywhere? Is that like their, yeah? That's how they're pushing specific articles, giving them more like shorter crawl depths.
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah. But definitely fix the headers. I would fix the headers. Um, let's see if we finish the crawl. What else did you prepare when you looked at them?
that's it, man. That was enough for a 15-minute episode. You're
Oh,
making this
interesting.
into a 45-minute guide over here.
Well, it's interesting. It's a deep dive into one website, which we haven't done yet. It's super interesting to see. I'm also curious to see like I want to give them some value. So let's do a quick and people can learn how to do this. Let's do position 8 to 35. Oh, my number 8 to 35. What DR are they? They're DR what 74?
72. Yeah.
Let's say DR 50 in the top 5. Let's start with this. So these are all what we would call low-hanging fruits. Like these are small optimizations you could do and easily improve your rankings, be it from like updating the content to internal links to backlinks. These are pages that you can push easily. Where am I? There we go. You can easily push them into the top 10 and start getting some traction with them, right? Your DR74, DR30 here, 59, 71. You should be able to get into this first page, right? All of these, some value here. Optimize these. And some of these might be even repeating, right? You see this Google Slides theme, right? Let's see what's on the top page. Maybe it's a Google rankings here, so it makes the SERP even. No,
No?
slides. You can get into the top 10 with this as well.
Yeah, that's
Do
huge.
this little trick. Find some low hanging fruits for optimization. Everybody can do it. How to optimize? Now that's the question. But I think they know how to create content.
Well, I would look at the top search results and look at what are they missing, what type of content they're missing, maybe
Yeah,
sections to add. I
what
would
they're
use it.
missing. Look at the backlinks. Like, look how many backlinks this page has compared to. Wait, let me go back to where the keywords were there. Okay, it doesn't put the filter on here, but this filter. So if I take a look at like this one, right? You can see I'm position 13. I have one backlink, right? This is also something you need to take into account, but you can see 4 backlinks, DR30, Caltech Web. Is that the actual Caltech? No, doesn't look like Caltech to me. But you also need to take a look at the amount of backlinks most pages have to understand how difficult it is. You can see here like a bunch of them, like a bunch of numbers, like 500 backlinks to this page. Uh, Optimize internal links to it. Optimize for the keyword. Take a look at what everybody else is doing that you're not doing. How can you add value that nobody's adding? Like, think creatively. Optimize. Create a better page than everybody else. That's how I would look at it.
Amazing.
You still there, Ben? Oh yeah, you're still there. You're frozen on my screen.
I'm frozen. You're frozen on my screen. But I think we gave him a ton of food for thought.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
fixing the headers, fixing the menu links that are for some reason headers, fixing their compare pages, putting the same folder.
I would, yeah, fix the URL structures. I'm sure there's more examples that we didn't get into because there's such a large website. Like the crawl,
Yeah.
crawl is still ongoing, right? Like
Told you
it's a
there's like
big website. Yeah,
600 hidden blog posts.
yeah, big website. I would fix the URL structure if it doesn't harm rankings. Again, take a look at your positions for these pages. If they're not ranking very well, then I'd consider doing it. If they are ranking well, I'd think twice before I would change something. Um, but yeah, definitely stuff to do, stuff to work on.
And then
Uh,
start with a low-hanging fruit.
yeah, and do a content audit, right? Do like a content audit. Go through. It's similar to what you're currently working on. I don't know if I can say it, if I should be saying it, but take a look at the entire blog. Take a look at the content you've got. See what needs refreshing. See what needs internal links. Like, take a look at the old stuff as well. Don't just a lot of people when they think about content marketing, they always think about, oh, what can I add? What can I add? What can I add? You have 1100 pages that are not even ranking for anything. You have a lot of stuff to optimize and to refresh and to correct. Go back and correct those if they present business value. Always keep business value in the forefront, though. It's very important. You can talk to your target audiences in so many ways, but you gotta talk in a way that also brings business value. I
Yeah,
hope that makes
100%.
sense.
And do more internal links. Just link things to each other. And that way,
Internal links,
that will boost all your traffic.
internal links. Especially look at those the pages that are ranking very well. Use those. Use the power
Yeah.
that they have. Internal link from them to other key pages in your like content, the entire content blog sphere, whatever you want to call it. So organize the blog, figure out what you have, what needs refreshing, figure out what has business value, drive internal links from articles that are working to those pages, and start from there and freshen those up, right? If it has a business value, do a refresh, do some internal linking optimization.
Yeah. 100%. And that's a wrap. We're gonna tag them in the comments. Hopefully they're going or in the post. Hopefully they're going to respond and tell us what they thought.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want us to roast your site, just send us your URL and we'll gladly do it. And I'm sorry I'm frozen.
Yeah, it's only me on screen. All good. All right.
All right, bye
It was a
everybody.
good roast. Bye, everybody.
Peace.